Hey folks, want to make a quick video, try to keep this down to less than 15 minutes. And this video is going to be on the AiTrackerX third-party software, which allows you to basically do a number of functions, installing flight formations and other things besides that. But I'm only going to cover a very basic description of how the program works and how you can inject AI aircraft in your formation for flight. So let's go ahead and start. I'm going to pick an aircraft real quick. How this program works, actually, you know what, I'm going with Mustang. So let's go with Big Beautiful Doll, American Beauty. All right, so I'm picking this aircraft. Now, with this program, when it runs, if you load, as far as I know now, I just got the program yesterday, so I haven't used it a lot. I can't give you a lot of information, but the basic idea is that this program allows you to inject AI aircraft around you or at different points on the map in the world that you can intercept, join, or they can follow you. But what I've noticed so far is that it does depend on the quality of the aircraft. Certain aircraft, the prop-driven aircraft, like the A-29 by Tim Conrad, works fine, but the stuttering movement of a prop, you know, the blurred prop spin, is fixed. Also with helicopters, so far I've only used one helicopter. It was the Alpha Black Shark, and I noticed when I was on the runway, I was going to take off, I basically injected this formation of black sharks next to me, and they weren't spinning. It was like the aircraft was just shut down, but as soon as I took off, they actually rose, and then the main props on the helicopter basically got this fixed blurred image. I mean, I guess it represents or it simulates that the rotors are moving, but it doesn't have the same type of rotor movement that you would see when you're flying your own aircraft and you're looking at it from third-person view. So another issue was I was flying a P-51. I installed a C-130, an AI version of a C-130 to fly next to me, and it turned out that the only engine that was spinning was the starboard outboard engine. So I'm not sure if it's related to the fact that if you want a 4-engine aircraft or a 2-engine aircraft interjected in your game flight formation with you, you have to be flying that type of aircraft. It may not have to be the same one, but it has to have 2 engines. I haven't figured that out. I haven't even read the README file on it. I just wanted to show you a quick video of how this program works. There is a level of quality with other aircraft, like when I inject the real air spit and the War Sims P-51 and the Milviz P-38, the AI props on those aircraft that were flying in formation with me work perfectly, flawlessly. Of course, if you don't have your FPS capped at 30 FPS, you get that, stutter. The aircraft will stutter in formation back and forth. It looks horrible. So you really need to think about that. Cap your FPS down to 30. You might get away with 35, but even with 35, I noticed, depending on how many aircraft you inject in formation, normally I had 2, maybe 3 at the most, but I have a high-end system, and by that I mean I have basically an overclocked quad processor at 4.6, a 1080, and 3200 DDR4. I mean, the system is a monster for this, but like I said, if you want to tax the system, you're going to see micro stutters and a number of other things. And it also depends on if the aircraft is optimized. So what I'm going to do, I've picked my aircraft. We're going to start out at, let's go, where do we want to start? Hit OK. And let's go ahead and go. We're going to change airport. Let's go to 29 Palms. Airport name. I love this airport. 29 Palms. I don't know if it's going to come up like that. It should be activated. There we go. So we're going there, and we'll start off on an active runway. That's fine. I'm only doing this because I want to make it as quick as possible. So time of day, summer, good. Weather's good. Let's go ahead. Actually, you know what? I'm going to go with that right there. So, higher elevation. It might be overcast, or I might have clouds really, really low, and you know what I mean. So my default airport is Key West, which is basically right at sea level. So when I use that weather and I use an airport that's higher in elevation, like 29 Palms, I get to the airport and I have this weather injected into the game, and it's like covering the mountains, and you don't have much of a view. So anyways, this scenery I'm going to is third party. You guys can look. I forget the developer's name, but it's 29 Palms. It's beautiful. I haven't used the sim in a few months now, so I'm kind of behind on my skill set, so bear with me. And this is the first load of the PC right now, so it's going to be a little slower than normal. So this program I'm using again is AiTrackerX. I picked it up off a sim market for about $12. It has a number of cool features in it. I'm not even like touching the tip of it right now. I just wanted to go over this basic feature, which is just putting AI aircraft. You know, a lot of guys, you know, you fly around, if you don't want to join multiplayer, you can't find a game or whatever. This is just a cheap way and an easy way to have aircraft to make the sim a little more interesting, if you like that. And I do. I kind of like to have aircraft moving around. You can put them at wherever you want to, but if you guys buy the program, you can read up on it and really get a good idea of all the features it has. It has so many features that it's beyond my scope right now, because I need to spend a week figuring it out, and I just don't want to do that right now. So, let me fix my... Okay, so, cool. So we're in the P-51. The scenery looks good. Dust storm over there, so that's working. And let's go ahead and start the program. So, basically, like any module in FSX or Prepar, you really have to start the sim before you start. The other issue I had was, I'll show you here real quick for you guys that may have this option or this problem. What did okay, I didn't hit the program. Wrong one. I hit AI carriers. So here's the program. So right now you can see that the AI tracker, this is the interface, is not connected to the sim, so it can't do anything. My biggest problem was, I'll show you right now. I would connect, gives you this pop-up real quick. So now it's connected to the sim, and it might even pick up, once it starts figuring out all the AI air traffic around me, which there's not a lot out here, but any AI air traffic that's actually flying around will be listed here, and you can do a number of features to them. Actually, it won't, because I have all AI aircraft disabled in the game. So what was happening initially when I started this program, I would do this. Now watch this. Now you see this pause on task. Remember this option, because when I installed this, I couldn't get it to work properly, because I would come over here, say I want to interject some aircraft, I want to install some AI information with me, and it would pause that. Now with this pause like this, you can't do anything. You can't navigate anywhere. It's just basically stuck. So when I first installed the program, I was actually able to get one flight going, and it seemed like the program was running fine. I got out of the sim, I did a number of things upstairs, came back downstairs, started another flight, came in, and then I kept getting this pop-up, and it was paused. It didn't take me very long to figure out that I needed to uncheck pause on task or pause on exit, whatever it was, because I do remember I've been doing this long enough to where I was like, okay, I know there's an option. It's pausing. Whatever's going on here, when I pause this, it's pausing that program. So if you go back and this happens to you, just uncheck pause on task switch, and you'll be fine. So now, unpause it, and this is fine. See that? So I can come out. As long as this isn't paused, your sim's not pausing, it won't interfere with this aircraft. So let's keep this sweet or short. I've been drinking way too much coffee today, so I'm gonna go ahead. I know I've got some. Yeah, we'll put him here. So yeah, I better show you guys how to do that. So initially when you start this program, you're gonna have to navigate to your aircraft finder, which is your aircraft folder. So right here, open up Explore. You guys all know how to navigate to your aircraft folder. If you want to inject helicopters, you have to go to your helicopter folder. If you want to inject aircraft, you have to go to your aircraft folder, etc., etc. Once you go there, you click Scan Folder, and this program is it picks up everything. I haven't found any aircraft, whether or not it's third party or AI aircraft that are designed to fly it picks up everything, and you're able to interject it in the game. So like I said, the engine issue, if you're flying, so far I've noticed, if you're flying a single engine aircraft, and you interject or you add formation with an aircraft that has two engines, only one engine on that aircraft's going to fly. But there is an option that I'll show you that says start all engines. So let's go ahead. I'm going to, okay, I got to catch up. Okay, so now I've selected another P-51, and I need to click on this right here. It says follow me mode. So AI follows my aircraft. Click on that. So this is basically where you put the aircraft. So I want to put this aircraft right here, and I'm going to put it within, let's start off at 30 feet. So he's right there, which in some ways I don't like that. You know what I mean? He's not on the runway. We're going to move him. So if I want to move him while he's in the game, I just right click on this aircraft. He's 01, and you can see airline AiTracker01, and I click reposition. So now I'm going to move him right there, kind of like that, and I want to move him within 20 feet. Nah, he's too close. Let's put him back right there. Okay, so yeah, that'll work. So then I'll hit close. I'm going to add another Mustang, and I'm going to put him behind him off to his right. So let's go ahead, create AI. Click on this button right here, dispatch AI. Go back to, well, I don't have to because I already have so many different aircraft that I've already used. So let's go ahead and put, we'll put hurry home, honey. Click on AI files aircraft. We're going to put him, let's put him at 60. Submit. Let's see where he's at. Nah, he's too far out. So he's 02. Reposition. Move him back further. Kind of like that. This guy could move out a little bit. Let's move him out a little bit more. I don't like him that close. So he's 01, reposition. Let's go 40 feet. Nah, no, I don't like that. 40 feet. That works. And we'll hit close. He's just going to take off in the dirt a little bit. It's not the biggest runway here, so it's not that wide. Let's go 70 feet. That works. Now let's go 80. Actually, I look at him like this. So, good. So, actually now, we'll go back to 01. You know, I'm kind of picky with this shit. So, we'll go back to reposition. I'm going to move him in a little closer. Back down here. 40 feet. Now. No. Okay, good enough. And we'll move him. We can actually move him in flight. We can add aircraft in flight. We can delete aircraft in flight. We can do everything we're doing right now while we're actually airborne. So, which is kind of a cool feature. So this program just runs in the background. Right here you have some settings, some tweaking settings. Now I did play around with this. By default, when you click on this, it's 9, 15, 15, 15, movement, imperfections, and formation. You want that because it kind of gives the sim and it gives this AI aircraft a little bit of imperfection, so they actually look like they're trying to correct and they're flying with you, as opposed to as just simulating every single thing you do, which in some way they kind of do anyways. But there is a latency issue. You'll see it here in a second. So let's go ahead. I kept these at default. I tweaked these a little bit, but I was like, well, we'll just leave those where they are right now. None of this, I haven't touched any of this, and this is all stuff that you guys can play around with when you have time. So we'll just go ahead and open this up. And we'll get out of here. So, plane's ready. No flaps. Let me reset the track IR. He's in position. He's in position. And like I said, I think that if you have a decent system, you're not going to have a lot of issues with blurry textures or textures not loading. So let's just go ahead and do it. Like I said, I haven't flown in a while, so I'm pretty rusty. Again, this is 29 Palms, third-party scenery. It's beautiful. They're right there. They're in the dirt a little bit. There's the airport. Love this little airport. Nice little area if you like desert. And okay, think we can pull back on the stick? Yeah, I think we can. Gear coming up. Now, no. Oh, I might have to trim out. Sorry, guys. Now you can see it's not perfect, but I need to trim out. His gear's coming up. His gear's coming up. And yeah, let me get my airplane sorted out. Need to trim those up a little bit. Okay, so now say I want to move these aircraft out so I can actually see them a little better. Just come back out here, 01, reposition. Gonna move him to our 8 o'clock. Nah, we can move him further out. Or we can move him into a better position. Let's go ahead and go put him at 8:30, like that right there. Same thing here, reposition. I don't even have to look. I want to put him right there. This is within 70 feet. Yeah, I think we can bring him in a little bit. Put him right there, and we'll tighten him up a little bit. Okay, 60 feet, good. Yeah, that looks good. So, go ahead and move that out of the way. Let's focus on some flying. So as you can see, it's not perfect. I am capped at 30, my FPS. This is important because when you don't have this cap, you end up getting a lot of stutter. So, and you know, if you guys are familiar with FSX or Prepar3d or any of the flight sims, you guys know if you play online, that's a pain in the ass issue. So right now you can see some stutter. It's not perfect. I don't know if I can get it perfect, but you know, this is just a basic quick little video to show you how the program works. And you know, if you add more aircraft, it might introduce more stuttering, even if you have your FPS capped at 30. But I mean, well, it depends. Maybe, you know, CPU power, graphics power. But that's not bad. I mean, when you guys use Join FS in Prepar3d or whatever platform you're using, I have flown information with that program, and it is incredibly smooth. As I was saying earlier, depending on the aircraft and the quality of it, like the A29 by Tim Conrad, you get a prop that's just fixed. The blur is there, but it doesn't move like you're looking at that one right there. So, not too shabby. Don't particularly care for this weather. It's just washing out my scenery, but let's go ahead and we'll change that a little bit. And let's go clear skies. What? That's not clear skies. That's kind of cool though, isn't it? So there we are. I do have my 1080 overclocked right now, but I think I'm going to move out 02. I want to see a little bit more of him. Reset my altimeter. Where's my program at? Let's reposition 02. Bring him into 50 meters. I can hear him too. Yeah, that's better. Yeah, maybe 01 could go out a little further too. Too close to me. Crowded my space. 01, get out there to 50 meters. Yeah, that looks good right there. Put you at 60. And you know what? Let's go ahead and add. We'll add another aircraft. Just stress it out a little bit. what we want to put. Let's see, guys. Maybe we'll put a mosquito. So anyways, it's navigated to my sim objects aircraft folder. I scan the folder, it brings up everything. Problem is, if I put a mosquito in, guess what? We're going to have the engine issue, which I'll show you real quick. So let's go ahead. Where is the mosquito? I know it's here somewhere. Mosquito, where are you? I want to make this too long. We'll go up here. Mozzie. Oh, it's up here. There it is. So if I pick this aircraft, you double click on it, this brings up all the different models you have, I guess. Or skins. Maybe it's the skins. Yeah, these all seem like they're so. Oh, I need to put him somewhere. So I didn't, yeah, so where is the Mozzie? So I can put him there, follows my aircraft. I'm going to put him out there at, we'll put him at 100. So submit. Now he's out there. There he is. He's coming in. So his texture's got to load. They will load in a second. And you can kind of see that stutter is almost mimicking the Mustang. So I can move him if I want to. I'm going to reposition him. But if I want to see him, see how the one engine? Now I want you guys to see that. Let's go ahead and bring him forward here. Now he only has one engine. You see the engine right there? And I can do this. So if I right click on this aircraft, go to systems, start engines. Now it doesn't give me the option to start both engines. Yeah, I've got this, you know, this interface right here. I can toggle nav lights. Let's see. Toggle beacon, toggle strobes, toggle landing lights. Well, it's not working on this aircraft, but anyways, as you can see, it's not working. When I start all engines, I can't get that aircraft to start all engines, but I can do this. Let's go ahead and close this. Close this. And then I can go ahead, I don't know if it'll fix it or not. Probably, well, let's try it. So if I pick a Mozzie, a mosquito, let's let these aircraft load.
User joined your channel.
Yeah, I don't know what the time is so far on this video. I don't want to make it too long. All right, so mosquito, where are you? Who makes that mosquito? You know what? I'll take a P38L. That's what I'll take. I'll take a P38. So let's go ahead and change that. Let's see what happens with these aircraft, because I don't know if they're still going to be in the game or not. Yes, they are. So now you can see both engines are spinning. You see that? Just going to add that little effect. So now I haven't even looked to see if I can stutter or stagger these aircraft at different heights. So let's just bring that up real quick. So let's go back here. I'm going to move that mosquito, reposition, put him. Put him at 120. Okay. Further out. So if I want to say, okay, let's go to 01. Let's reposition him. altitude offset. So I can offset him right here. Let me straighten this out. I'm going to trim this aircraft out, guys. But anyways, let's offset him. I've got this weather in here and it's not great. So we're going to offset him 25 feet. Okay, so I can bring him down and I can bring him up. So that's cool. And I'm going to offset the mosquito. So I'll close him. I'm going to offset him, reposition him. I'm going to offset 02. Okay, very cool. And then I'm going to offset him even higher so that I can actually visualize all of these guys. So okay. Now weather is really bad, which is okay. Okay. And I can actually put him further back. See that? So you can offset their altitude, negative and positive. Great little program for $12, and there's a lot more to it than you know, I'm giving it credit for. Wow, these guys are right on top of me. I must have clicked on the wrong weather, so. And let's give you an outside view. Big flyby for you guys who like to do air shows. I did turn off aircraft icons, but that's pretty cool, isn't it? There we go. There we go. Pan out. Sorry about that, guys. Back in the aircraft. And pretty impressive. You can see I'm locked at 30 and I'm getting 30 pretty much. Yeah, it's right there. And, you know, the movement isn't bad. So I don't know if you had a ton of AI aircraft built into the sim that were activated, you know, depending on what percentage you had them, and then you try to use this program on top of everything, you might really be tasking the shit out of your system. So you might need a really high-end CPU and, you know, just who knows. So like I said, I just got this yesterday. I apologize for the shortness of the video. It's just kind of rushed, but I wanted to give you guys a quick video showing off the software. I just kind of looked for it yesterday and I found it. You know, there's been a few things out there on the net. Some, you know, don't really work that well or aren't really optimized. And of course, some just don't work with, you know, Prepar3d 64-bit, as far as I know. But let's see if that mosquito. Now this mosquito isn't super high-end like this Warbird Sim P51 Mustang. And that could be related just to the type of process they use, you know, creating the aircraft. But everyone knows that the Warbird Sim P51 Mustang is just a phenomenal package, and it was well done. So I'll make another video at another time showing off whatever else I learn about this program. Again, thanks for joining. Sorry the video was so long, and I hope that you guys get something out of this. This is the last flyby. I'm going to stop this after they pass by. So, pretty cool though, isn't it? There they go. I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching the video. Take care, folks. Bye.